Good morning. Let's get on the camera. Right, let's see if we're online, shall we? Or if you're just watching my arm. Am I the right way up? Why am I upside down this morning? Hang on. Let's go that way. Is that better? You are upside down. You are upside down. Is that better? Okay, so the camera is doing differently to what it's normally done. That's thrown me this morning, but there you go. No, I'm not down under today. You is tipsy-turvy. Yeah, I definitely am, but there you go. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. How is it where you are? It's absolutely chucking it down here today. So I have lots of projects to video today. And I'm also doing lots of deliveries today. So I'm going to be out and about in the car for a bit, which is really cool. And then I've got a couple of bits to video. So I'm really excited about that. And I've kind of got the whole house to myself actually for the day because Amy and Ash have gone to see his nan. It's her birthday coming up, so they've gone up to see his nan. Tom is at work, and I do have the dogs in here, so if they are snoring and that's distracting, please do. I do apologise, but I didn't have the heart to chuck them out in the kitchen because it's not very nice out there. It's cold. And they're all cuddled up on the sofa having a snooze, so I do apologise for that. So right, let's just that's distracting me, I can see it. Right, there we go. Right, so I'm going to turn the camera down. What time are we? We are about 5 to 11. So who forgot? Josh went to school today. Oh my gosh, Baz, how do you feel about that? Oh, I'm not sure whether I'd like that actually. Morning, Lynn. Morning, the Tracys. Hi, Amy. Yes, I know I'm upside down. Morning, Kit. Morning, Pauline. Morning, Wendy. Yeah, it's kind of. How do you feel about that, Baz? Sending Josh back to school. Don't know how I'd feel about that actually. Yeah. Although I suppose my two have been going to work all the way through it. Not great. I didn't want him to go. No, I probably feel like that. But I expect he was excited about seeing his friends, wasn't he? Yeah, no, I wouldn't want him to go, I don't think, but there you go. Well, I'm back in winter clothes, dungarees, long sleeve t-shirt. It's not much fun really, is it? But the grass needs it. I will say the grass does need it, and hopefully my tomato plant's going to enjoy it as well. So, but there you go. So I've got lots. Dad thought it would be good for him. Yeah, I probably think it will be actually. You know, the kids need to see their mates. So yeah, definitely. Right, do you want to see what we're doing? I'm a little bit excited about this. I've got very inky fingers because I've actually been crafting this morning already. And I've cut a lot of the bits that we need for today. You're wearing a summer dress sat under a blanket. I like that. He's in a bubble, so most of his friends either went earlier this week or go next week. Oh, bless him. Oh, let us know how he gets on. Right, so I'm going to turn the camera down and around, and I'm going to show you what we're using today to start with. I'll put those bits up there now. So, right, we're going to go down. Hopefully, I can just go down, and let's see if it's the right way up when you see it. Unless I need to go around. Right, so hang on, we might need to turn the camera around. So if I just turn you around. How are we doing? Morning, Jean. Are we the right way up? There we go. Right, we're the right way up. Don't know what's gone on with my camera. Everything's the wrong way on my phone today. Oh, technology, when you come to rely on it, it's great, isn't it? Right, so hang on, I've got to sit on my cushion properly. There we go. Right, okay, so this morning we are using the Forever Fern stamp set. I love this stamp set. It's a distinctive stamp set, so the images truly do come out with the very detailed lines and everything. Hi, Lisa. Oh, that's brilliant. You should have waited though, Louise, because ours comes out in September. So, but there you go. Well done. Right, so we're using the Forever Flourishing dies and the Peony dies. I couldn't put them away yet. Yeah, I couldn't put them away. Yeah, I love them. Absolutely love them. So we're using all of that and the stamp set this morning. So I'm a little bit excited. Would you like to see what we're doing? Okay. We're also using Gorgeous Grape, Just Jade, Rich Razzleberry, and Shaded Spruce, and a little bit of Granny Apple Green. And we're also going to need a Rich Razzleberry Dauber. Okay. Top tip. Okay, couldn't afford the Stampin' Up one, so it's a Sizzix for me. That's okay, darling. The Louise, I mean, we all started off with big shots, so we've all got big shots. Mine, unfortunately, after 8 years of being battered and abused in class, finally gave up the ghost. So I'm now desperately waiting to be able to get my hands on a new one, and I'm struggling with the very large one. But there you go. Right. So we are also using the stamps out the Forever Fern and the sentiment. The sentiment is to a friend that makes me smile. So that's what else we're using. I have die cut everything ready, but I'm a little bit excited about this. So Morning Maureen, this is our card for today. It is an A5 card, so it's A4 folded in half. I hope you can see all of it. Can you see all of it? So that's the top. Morning Wally, that's the bottom. So can you see all of that? Do I need to kind of like move the camera up? You can kind of see all of it, can't you? Yeah. Let's just get rid of that. Right, okay. So that's our card. It's got lots of dimension, look. Lots of dimension. And then that's the inside. And it says, to a friend that makes me smile. Are we loving it? Are we loving it? I'm loving it. So yeah, lots of dimension, look. Cool. Brilliant. Right, okay. I'm going to stand that up because it's kind of like, it's quite, but no, I'm not. I'm going to leave it to, no, I'm going to do the stamping first, and I'm going to tell you exactly what you need for your card base. Let's do that bit first because I've got it written down. So it is a Whisper White thick cardstock, a whole sheet of A4, Morning Shirley, and your A4 is scored in half at 5 5/8 of an inch, or 5 7/8 of an inch, or 14.9 centimeters. Okay. Your Rich Razzleberry layer is 5 5/8 by 8 inches, or 14.2 by 20.3 centimeters. Okay, your vellum layer is 5 5/8 by 8, which is 14 point, hang on, let's try again, 5 1/4 by 7 5/8, or 13.3 by 19.4. Now you need to tear off the bottom because it's longer than this, and as you can see I've torn it, but you will be able to, I will do that and show you. Okay, now you are going to need for each peony 1 large, 2 of the second largest, 1 of the second smallest, and 1 smallest. And then these you're going to need 2 ferns and then 3 of each of the others that I've stamped. Okay, but we'll go through that in a minute. Okay, right, let's put that to one side. And I'm going to show you the stamping. I've done all my scoring and everything ready. No, I haven't. I tell a lie. Oh, that's my stamping. Yes, I have. So I've got my A4 bits scored, as I said, at 5 7/8 or 14.9. I've got my Rich Razzleberry at 5 5/8 by 8, or 14.2 by 20.3. And then, as you can see, my vellum is longer. And that is 14.2 by 20.3. So I need to tear this about here. I'm literally just tearing it like that. Okay, that's where that's going to go. Okay, so I can put these straight onto everything onto the card. So let's just glue. That shows you I couldn't draw a straight line to save my life, really, doesn't it? Right, so pop this onto our card base. Like that. Okay. Then I'm going to glue my vellum down. Now, top tip with vellum is anything that you use to glue it will show through. So make sure wherever you're gluing, you're going to cover. So I know the centre is going to be fairly covered on this. So I'm going to just glue like that, okay, and pop it down because that will secure this to the card, okay. And I'm just going to leave that to dry now. I'm going to put that to one side and leave it to dry, okay. So that's our base. Pop the lid, good morning Shirley, pop the lid back on the glue, get rid of my rubbish. So let's do our stamping. So as I said, I'm going to explain what we need. I've already die cut the Granny Apple Green, but I'll show you that in a minute. Okay, so I've got Gorgeous Grape here, okay, and I'm going to stamp off, and then I'm going to do 1, 2, 3 of those, okay. Then I've got Just Jade. There's nothing just about this colour. I absolutely love this colour. So I've got Just Jade. And I'm going to do 1. Now I'm going to die cut these. So I want to leave space so that I can die cut several at the same time. 2. Let's turn that one back round that way. 3. Okay, so I've got my 3 Just Jades. Then we're going to use a little bit of shaded spruce. Okay, we're going to have 1, 2, 3 shaded spruce. Okay. That's what we're stamping on here. Then last but not least, you are going to need, oops, let's pop that out. Oh, pop that out the way for a minute. 3 of these. Now I've only got a scrap here because I'm just going to show you one. And I'm also going to explain something. So you just need to stamp 3 of these onto vellum. Okay, so 3 of this leaf in Rich Razzleberry onto vellum. Now, as you can see, there is a ghost there, and that's because when I did my die cutting earlier, I didn't let this dry fully, and it transferred to the top plate and it then ghosted further down the vellum. So make sure when you're stamping on your vellum that you really let it dry. You can see it's quite shiny, so really let it dry. And you need 3 of these as well, okay? Right, so that's all the bits we need, okay? So I'm going to pop that to one side as well. And I'm going to pop that ink to one side, but I'm going to keep this. So we need to make our peonies like this, okay? How beautiful is that? So I've kind of changed it up slightly from the way I showed you last time. I've done 2 of the second one, as you can see, which gives it quite a fullness. And then you're obviously going to add your bit into there. Okay, so I'll go through what you need. I have already die cut them. I've got my little piles here, look. So what you're going to need for each peony, and I've scrunched my paper, I've scrunched them up, and I've edged them all in Rich Razzleberry, okay? So you need 1 of that one, 2 of that one, 1 of that one, and 1 of that one for each flower, okay? So I am going to put them together with you. So I've got 1, 2, 1. Okay, so you need 5 bits for each flower, okay? And then I've got all my other die cuts. Hang on. Excuse my arms across the screen. It was the easiest way to do this. So let's just move this back up, okay? So you also need 3 of the centre bits because you're going to have 3 flowers, and you just need to dauber the ends with rich razzleberry, okay? I then, from the Forever Greenery dies, cut 2 of these beautiful ferns in Granny Apple Green, okay? And you can see I've got all of my other die cuts ready to go, okay? And I've actually got only 2 of these, all right? If that one dried, I might attempt to fussy cut it, but I'm not going to. I think it'll be fine with just 2. Okay, so those are all the bits that you need, okay? I'm in true Blue Tea Peter style. Here's one I stamped earlier and has fully dried. Oh, I wish, Baz. Chris, morning, Chris. So yeah, so that's all the bits that we need, which are going to make this, okay? So the first things we need to do are to build our peonies. So again, I'm going to show you how to do this, okay? So let's just pop this here. I'm going to pop all of these bits over to here. In a pile, okay? We'll keep that one there. Those are the 5 for that one, okay? And we're going to work in the middle, all right? Top tip, top tip. When you order the peony bundle and the peony dies, oh my gosh, make sure you order extra glue dots because you are going to need them, okay? Glue dots are your friend when it comes to the peony bundle, okay? Right, let's bring that down slightly because then I know you can see it, okay? And we want that one in there so I know you can see that as well. Right, so we should be able to really see pretty much everything, I think. Beautiful card. Thank you, Shirley. So I need my pokey tool, my glue dots, and would look lush in a frame. Yes, Tracy, it would look very lush in a frame, but I kind of thought it was a nice card. And I'm going to do a separate YouTube video later to show you how you can make an envelope if you haven't got an envelope punch board, because obviously we no longer sell them. You can create the same effect using your trimmer and some measurements. How much is this bundle? Oh, Chris, I will message you in a bit. I haven't got the catalogue in front of me. At the end of the video, I'll grab the catalogue and I'll explain this to you, okay? So this is the peonies. So this is what we're going to do, okay? So you take your largest piece and you've got this bit here, okay? And dimensionals. Yes, Baz, and dimensionals, although I haven't used any today. Right, so I've literally worked with glue dots. So, because it was enough, it had enough dimension on it. So I want 2 glue dots on the back of my peony, the largest one, like that. Can you see where they are? Just there. Then I'm going to take this one and I'm going to feed it from the front. Get rid of my... So it's going from the front, and you can see this bit matches this bit in the bottom. So it's going from the front, and I'm going to line up at the back and stick it down, okay? So that's that. So then what we're going to do is we're going to feed a second one of those the same through this. It is tight, but it does give you a great dimension. And on this one, I'm going to pop the glue dots on here because now I've got somewhere to stick them. So I'm going to pop a couple of glue dots onto there. And I'm carefully going to feed it through the gap. Okay. It does go. It's tight, but it does go, okay? If you work it from the bottom. And I'm not bringing it down all the way, okay? Can you see that it hasn't come down? I need it just a little bit further. sorry, because my hand is probably in the way. Okay, so let's, right, so it will give you that. Okay, so you've got one row of petals behind and that one in front, and it is scrunched, but don't worry about that, because it gives you this beautiful double-edged layer. Okay, so then we're going to take our third one, and again pop your, oh, the glue dots don't want to come off this morning. Pop your glue dots on, okay, and feed it through the gap. Okay, like that. Okay, push that bit back so you've got those ones. Okay, and at this stage you can start to bend some of these forwards a bit, look, and give them some dimension. Okay, just bend those forwards, and then you've got your last bit. Okay, Tracy, I thought that was Lisa. Listen to the doggies. No, it's not me. They are snoring away quite happily. I'm sorry if it's disturbing you, but I really didn't have the heart to chuck them out in the kitchen. They're all cuddled up under blankets on the sofa. It's not that they're spoiled. Okay, so you're going to feed this one through the gap, and it is tight. Give it a bit of a squidge and it will go, and then again you're going to stick it to the back like that. Okay, then the last little bit is this one, a glue dot onto the back of that one. Okay, and you're going to pop it straight in about there. Okay, so you've got your center, and then you can begin to bend these out at the back to give yourself some dimension, and these ones forward, and that gives you, when you stick it down, a lot of dimension by having this double layer, because you've got this double layer here and you've scrunched it. You don't actually need the dimensionals to make it quite full, and I love it. And by highlighting these areas with your dauber, so literally all I do then is you can just dauber again all around these. Okay, you can bring it up a bit under there as well. Okay, and that will give you texture and dimension on your flower. Okay, if you wanted to go one step further, you could add some sparkle to that little bit in the middle and across the edges. It's just, so I'm just catching the edges. But as we've inked these edges, you do need to make sure that you wash your brush off just by doing it on the paper. Okay, like that, and then you'll have a little bit of sparkle. Okay, so that's one down. So I've now got two. I need to stick my center in this one. Oops, they really don't want to come off of there this morning. Okay, I'm going to pop it in. There you go. Right, so we've now got two that are complete. I've used my nails to kind of bend and rough the edges up a bit too, because peonies are quite, they're frilly. They're kind of like not all really super smooth edges. They're quite frilly. Right, so we've got two. So right, let's do the third one again. So we've got one large one, two of the second largest. Good morning, Liz. And then that one and that one each of those. Okay, so again, to give your peony extra dimension, we're going to use two of these, which puffs it out. So using our glue dots, okay, turn the largest one over And I am using my pokey tool, or your take a pick tool, doesn't matter which one you use on this one, because I kind of want them in a specific place, okay? So that's the back. So we're going to turn it over, push that like that, and we're going to feed one of these through the gap and line it up at the bottom and stick it down. So it is lined up, and this is the area you line up on, okay? So that's the first one. We're going to push that back. As you can see, again, I've scrunched this one and made it quite pliable. And we're going to use the second one of that. And this is where it begins to get a little bit tight, okay? So patience and just working your cardstock does help, okay? So you've got it with your fingers coming through the hole, and you're going to push this one through. Bear in mind, it is wider than the gap, okay? So you need to push it through. And we don't want it exactly at the bottom, because we want to be able to have some depth and dimension. So as you can see, it's not a large gap, but there is a gap, okay? Push that one back and bring that forwards, okay? As you can see, we've got 3 layers now with our gap in the middle. This is the fourth one, okay? Again, grab your glue dots. And my top tip for my glue dots is to tie your ribbon round, okay? My friend Maureen sorted that one out. She was fed up with them all unrolling, and this stops them all unrolling, okay? Pop that one through. Like that. And then you're going to take it up and you're going to line it up at the bottom again, okay? So we've lined it up at the bottom, and again we're going to poke it through, okay? It gives us our edges. We can start at this stage to bend them up. Let's bend these up, give them a little bit of shape. It's much easier to do it at this stage than when you've actually got it all stuck to your project, okay? So I'm just bending all these bits, giving them some shape, okay? So we're going to do the last layer. So you can see I've scrunched it, and I've used the dauber. So a couple of glue dots. And we're going to pop it down through the gap where my fingers are. So down through the gap. I sound like a train conductor. Mind the gap. Right, okay, so there is your peony with lots of dimension, because you've got that extra bit down there which is scrunched and hidden, okay? Last little bit, we're going to pop our stamen into the middle, okay? And pop it like that. So there is our stamen in the middle, okay? So we've got all our petals, and you can see when this is down, you've got lots and lots of dimension, okay? Right, so that is our 3 flowers. So now let's bring our card back in, because we've kind of got everything we need. So we're going to bring our card base back in. So my glue is kind of dry. So as I said, that's what happens when you glue vellum, okay? So you need to make sure that this cannot be seen, okay? Morning, Amelia. How is the little man? Right, so let's show you how I positioned these, okay? So there's our card. So we've got 1, 2 of these, okay? And these are the Forever Greenery, and ferns from the Forever Greenery bundle, and they are cut in Granny Apple Green, okay? So I'm just going to, actually I'm going to glue these, because it's not going to be, I want the bases, these to like kind of be, okay? So I'm going to glue a couple of these. Okay, and we're just going to pop that one down. All right. And then Same on this end. And this is quite delicate actually, this little one, but I have to say I ran the dye through once and it did it beautifully. So it's the new dyes are cutting beautifully. So then really it's about building up the background to your flowers. Now what I did was I kind of worked out where I was going to put my peonies, okay? And then I kind of built it around that. So I know I need to come around this edge and around this edge, okay? So roughly what I did was I just kind of like worked them in. I'll have one of those up there, look. Let's have it on top of that one, like that, and that one. Oops. Oh. My eucalyptus doesn't want to go where I want it to go. And that one. And this is rough because I'm going to stick them down in a minute. So I can bring another one of that down here. And there's quite a lot of glue to cover up down there. So I'm going to put that one there. And I'm going to have another one there. And then I'm going to have a eucalyptus. And let's have that one there. Okay. And one of these. And it's kind of working it so that you know roughly where they are. I've got one of those left. I may well put it in. I might not. Okay. So let's move our flowers off. And we're then just going to kind of stick this down. We know where it's got to go roughly and the area it's got to do. So I'm just going to add some glue. I'm going to put that one there. Okay. I'm going to have my vellum on top of it. So there's a little bit of glue at the bottom of that one. Have this one. Don't forget you can layer them, tuck them in behind. Let's pop that one there. And oh, I think we'll have that one up there, look. Okay. So we've got a nice cluster up there. So I like that a lot. That's very cool. Okay, so let's bring in, let's do this one. And I'm going to make sure I balance the sides out actually. So I'm also going to slide that one in underneath. Oops. And I'm going to have this one hidden under there. Okay, because then it's kind of joining all the way around. So I've stuck that one, I've stuck that one's stuck. So let's do this one down here. And we'll add this one here. I have this one here. I'm going to tuck it underneath, okay, and then I've got this one, and we're going to bring it there, okay. Oops. So there we've got, that's the basis of it, okay. So then I did use glue, so I've glued around there and down there, okay, because I want this to stick, okay. So this is the top one, and I'm just positioning it down, and you have to kind of hold it for a little bit. There's a little bit of glue there, let's get rid of that. Okay. I'm going to pop a glue dot underneath that fern leaf, just to make sure this one sticks, okay. There we go. All right, so that's our first flower. Just hold it down a bit. And you can see you've still got all that lovely dimension because of all those bits, okay? Right. Again, some glue. And I want that one kind of like that. And then I'm going to bring that one in over the top like that. So just press it down. You can put your finger between the gap because you haven't sealed that bit down. Okay. Right, then fluff it up a bit. Okay, so that's that one. And then we're going to do this one. Okay, so we're going to do this. Add the glue. Top to the glue. Okay. Don't want it that way. Yeah, let's pop it that way. There we go. Just press it down. Okay, so there you go. So that is the front. So you've got all that lovely dimension. Oh, did you see that? My stamen's done a runner. Hang on. Oh, look at that. Oh, stuff on the other side of my glue dot, so it didn't work. Right, let's grab another glue dot. Not a runaway train, but a runaway stamen. Right, pop that on there. And we're going to pop that one back in there. Okay. There we go. Right, so we've got all our dimension. Okay. There we go. And I haven't used a single dimensional, but you've still got lots of dimension on your card. So that's the front. So now we need to do the inside. Okay. And I kind of never do my insides till afterwards. It might have been easier to have done it before, but I never do. So all I'm going to do is this. Okay. So let's open my card up. And I've got my sentiment. And I've got my, which one did I use? Let me double check. My shaded spruce. Okay, because that's what we've used. So, no pressure. Stamping live on camera, Morning Alley. Stamping live on camera to get the stamp straight. Okay, right, so. I think it's that way up. Let's just double check. Right, okay, so straight down in the middle and straight up. Okay, for those of you that know me, it's never straight. Oh, now that's what you don't want to do. Hang on. This is why you wear dark jeans. Right, so I started off by stamping one from the corner and then just filling in along the edge. Okay, filling in, and then we can just work up the side like that. There you go. Okay, that is as simple as that. So there you go. You have my beautiful peony and vellum card, and I tell you what, you can see that the vellum's smudged. I want another glue dot. I'm just going to tack this vellum down in this corner. Once you've got all your bits on and you can see where your stuff is, then you can actually add a bit more. You can add some glue dots into the bottom corners to hold your vellum down. Okay, so there you go. 2 cards. Beautifully done with my favourite peony stamp. Morning, Leonie. How are you, darling? How is it down under? I love it. Thank you, Liz. I'm glad you do. I love the peony bundle. Peonies are my my logo anyway. So this to me is just my my bundle, I think. Right, so let's answer Chris's question. So the whole bundle, I've used 2 bundles today. So I've used the whole of the Forever Greenery stamps and die bundle. And they are, she says very quickly, see if I can find it. I tell you what, shall we do the intelligent thing? 10. Right, so this is the Forever Fern bundle that we've used. Okay, it's in the Forever Greenery suite. So the bundle for this is $49.50, which gives you the stamps and the and all the dies. Okay, so that's the bundle. It's absolutely beautiful. Okay, and then the peony should automatically open to this page. This is the prized peony, so that's the stamp set, and then you get all the dies, and that bundle is £53. So Chris, if you were really interested, my top offer this month is if you become a demonstrator, a happy stamper, which means you are shopping for yourself, you can order £130 worth of product for £99. That £130 worth of product is of your choice. So I would pop into that £130 worth of product £49.50 and have this bundle. Okay. On top of that, you can then additionally add another bundle. I would then add the prize peony bundle for £53, which is completely free. So you would then be getting £183 worth of product for £99, including package and posting. So that would be absolutely brilliant. So the Forever Greenery, for the Forever Greenery bundle, the Forever Fern bundle is $49.50. Add that into your £130 for 99 spend, and then add the prize peony bundle for your free bundle for this month. Okay, if anybody would like any more information on that, do get in touch with me. You can WhatsApp me, you can Facebook message me, you can give me a message on Crunchy Crafts, and I will always come back to you. Chris, you've got my number. If you want to give me a ring, I can talk you through it. It's absolutely fine. And as you know, there's no hassle with this. This is definitely the right offer for everybody to do this month. Okay, right, let's pull my cards back up. Right, I'm going to turn you up and around. Right, let's see if you've got me now. Have you got me? Am I there? Am I there? Am I there? Am I here? I haven't spilt tea over me today, which is really good. I haven't chucked anything anywhere. I really must learn to turn the camera the other way. Okay, brilliant. Hair looks a complete mess, so I'm really sorry. So yeah, I hope you really enjoyed that. I really loved creating those. If you haven't looked at my blog recently, there is an Attitude of Gratitude frame that I've made with the prize peonies. There is the spotlight technique on there, which we have done, which is also on there, and the card is on there as well. And then this one will be going on there as well. And the next stamp set that I am going to be working on, I think, because I think I've bored you enough with the Forever Peony, or do we want more? Right, hearts for if you want another project with the peony, or if you would like to see something else. I bet that's Baz. Somebody sent a heart. Okay, who would like more of the peony? Can I have a little bit of a vote? What do you think? One more with the peony, or would you like me to move on to something else? You don't even know what I'm moving on to. Thanks, guys. Okay, right, we'll do one more with the peony, and then after that I'm going to show you how to use your markers to colour this and create projects with this. Okay, so on Saturday we will do one more with the peony. Okay, so Saturday will be the last one with the peonies. We've done a whole week of peonies, and then next week will be a whole week of the Lovely You bundle. Okay, so that's that. So this week more peonies. Chris, do you want me to give you a ring? If you just message me, then I can sort that out for you. Right, I've really enjoyed speaking to you this morning. I'm going to go and surprise people with some deliveries and post some other bits and pieces. Okay, have two tree peonies. Yeah, I love peonies. And yeah, I really need to sort that out. Right, guys, lovely to see you. I've had a blast this morning. I've really enjoyed making these. I might post one to somebody randomly that has watched this morning. Okay, it will be completely random. All right. And right, yeah, I'm waffling now. I'm gonna go. I'll speak to you all later. Have a really good day. Thanks for watching. Bye.